Hey guys, today we're making ribeye roast. The first step is to start up your barbecue. I always love to use these starters. They produce a lot of heat and they create little smoke. You can find a link to these in the video description. And because we are going to smoke this ribeye roast at 160 degrees Celsius, which is 320 degrees Fahrenheit, we are going to use only half a starter full of briquettes. When the briquettes are nice and white on the outside, it's ready to dump them in the barbecue. I'm using these charcoal baskets so that when I can't get the temperature low enough, I am always able to take one out. And that will dramatically lower the temperature in my barbecue. While the barbecue is getting up to temp, we're going to prepare our ribeye roast. First we are going to truss it using some butcher's twine. Make sure you use plenty of length, because you always need more than you think. At the end of the butcher's twine we're going to make a loop. The loop is the start of the trussing. Wrap the twine around the ribeye roast. Pull the twine through the loop, pull it tight so the roast gets an equal round shape. Wrap the twine around the roast again and pull it through the self-created loop. Repeat this process until you reach the end of the roast. By trussing our roast, we are going to make the shape of the roast as equal as possible. And that in itself will make that the core temperature in the roast will be almost the same everywhere. Well, that looks like a beautiful roast to me. Let's start with the spices. I have some fresh thyme, some fresh rosemary, garlic and a lemon for lemon zest. Take the leaves of the thyme and the rosemary off the stalks. Never mind if you have some of those small green twigs from the thyme in there, we'll chop them up. Just make sure you get the hard wooden stalks out of there. Do the same for the rosemary and then start chopping them fine. This looks about right, nice and fine. If you can't chop this fine, use a food processor, because there's no sense in chewing on hard rosemary leaves. I'm cutting off the outside of this lemon to create the lemon zest. Of course you can use a lemon zester, but in this case I'm using my chef's knife. Try to avoid the white part of the skin, because that's bitter. If you're using a chef's knife, then you still have to chop it fine. Time for the garlic. Take off the bottom part, single out some cloves and start chopping them fine. Time to dress up the roast. Put some olive oil on the roast and rub it in real good. Make sure that you use plenty of olive oil, because we want all the spices to stick. First thing we're going to put on is the pepper and salt. About half more salt than pepper, plenty of it, because this is a thick roast and we want to be able to taste it. Now here is the challenge for you. Try and get on all the spices that we just chopped up on this roast. The more the merrier. Add some smoke wood to your briquettes. I'm using a wine barrel chunk here. I think that goes really well with these Southern European flavors. Place your roast over indirect heat and smoke it at 160 degrees Celsius, which is 320 degrees Fahrenheit. This may take about an hour. It could be more, it could be less, it depends on the starting temperature of your roast. Most important is that we reach a core temperature of 54 degrees Celsius, which is 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, look at that, isn't she a beauty? We're going to give her 10 minutes to relax and soak up all of those juices again before we're going to start carving into it. This is very important, because otherwise we're going to lose a lot of juice. Check out that nice red smoking color. Time to start slicing her up. Wow, look at that. Super juicy, super evenly cooked, nice smoke ring. This is the way it's supposed to be done. Do you want a slice of that? I bet you do. Well, as you see, the ribeye roast turned out fantastic. It looks amazing, it's super juicy, it's got a nice smoke ring, the flavors of the crust of the herb, I bet they are amazing, but we're going to give it a try and find out. Well, this ribeye roast, it turned out amazing. It tastes so good, the flavors are really incredible. And a roast like this, it's absolutely fantastic to have with your family. Makes for a great dinner, some potatoes and vegetables on the side. Absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Cheers.